Prof, we start now.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AU Asia E University webinar series. My name is Prof. Siow of Asia E University, and I shall be the moderator of this webinar on Graduate Early with APELC. The European Commission defines lifelong learning as all learning activities throughout life, with the aims of improving knowledge, skills, and competence within the personal, civic, and social and or employment related perspective. Lifelong learning is about providing a second chance to update basic skills and offering learning opportunities at more advanced level. The Malaysian government has realized the importance of lifelong learning to be adopted as the main agenda in achieving national human capital development. Therefore, it is timely for lifelong learning activities to be recognized as part of the mainstream education system to drive our human capital development. Accreditation of prior experiential learning, in short, APEL, APEL. It is a systematic process that involves the identification, documentation, and assessment of prior experiential learning. That is, knowledge, skills, and attitudes to determine the extent to which an individual has achieved the desired learning outcomes for access to a program of study. Provision of APEL, as prescribed by the Malaysian Qualification Framework, will provide learners to progress in the context of lifelong learning to widen participation of adult learners and learners' mobility. APEL has been identified as a powerful tool for bringing people into the learning system. It reassures them that they do not have to start from scratch and that the skills they have already have are valuable. Insofar, the Malaysian government has introduced two APELs. APEL A. It recognizes the learning regardless of how and where it was acquired for the purpose of access to a program. For the purpose, APEL A is for the purpose of access to a program. We have another APEL known as APEL C, recognizes the learning regardless of how and where it was acquired for the purpose of course credit awards in an academic program pursuit. Again, APEL C is for the purpose of course credit award in an academic program pursuit. We are privileged today to have a knowledgeable and prominent educator, Prof. Dr. Titik Khawa Abdul Rahman, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Asia E University, to enlighten us on APEL-C, not only about APEL-C, but more importantly on how to graduate early with APEL-C. Please welcome Prof. Dr. Titik Khawa. Prof. Titik, the first question, what is APEL-C?
Okay. Um, Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Prof. Siow. Okay, today we're going to discuss about APEL, as Prof mentioned just now, which is a process where the prior learning is being recognized. Yeah. So as mentioned by Prof Siow just now, there are two types of APEL at the moment, which is one APEL A for admission and the other one APEL C for credit awards. Yeah. So as the question asks, what is APEL C? Yeah. So APEL C, yeah, is a credit award. Yeah, credit is a award of credit for the prior experiential learnings. Yeah, towards a course in an accredited programs. So APELC actually provide a mechanism to recognize individuals' prior experiential learning, that is relevant to a specific course within a program of a study. So here, when we talk about APELC, it is focused on a course. in a particular programs. So which means that an existing student who have registered in a particular program, they can apply for a credit award to a particular course, yeah, which through their experiential learning, whereby they based on the evidences that they have provided, yeah, and also the assessment that they need to go through, yeah, they can be award the equivalent credit, yeah, based on their working experience or their prior learnings. Yeah, so there we can see APELC, yeah, is for credit award, yeah, for a particular course. So let's say a course is a 3 credit. So uh, the student, yeah, can be awarded 3 credit for that particular course. So he or she, they don't need, yeah, to take the course, yeah, but because based on the assessment evaluation that has that's being conducted, yeah, based on their prior learning, it proved that the student achieve the learning outcomes, yeah, for that particular course, and therefore he or she can be awarded the credit. So, based on the question posed by Prof. Siow just now, yeah, how can APELC shorten the duration of study? Meaning that student can graduate early. Yeah, student can graduate early by through APELC. Okay.
Okay. Uh, so meaning to say, I mean, for ease of memory, APEL A, the A means access.
Yeah.
APEL C, the C means cost.
Yeah.
So for today's discussion, we are focusing on APEL C. Okay.
Correct.
So the next question is, what are the benefits of APEL C, Prof. Titik?
Okay. So, of course, there one particular one very obvious benefits of FLC, yeah, student can shorten the duration of study, yeah, because based on their their prior learning, yeah, and the assessment that they have gone through this FLC uh, APELC credit award, yeah, they don't need to register for that particular subject, yeah, because based on the assessment, yeah, it shows that the students have achieved all the learning outcomes for that particular course. So he or she sort of like a very similar like credit exemption. Okay, so FLC credit award is similar to credit exemption, meaning that they don't need to take that course. Yeah, but the credit is awarded. Yeah. So why I say that FLC, yeah, is shorten the duration of study because let me I would like to share. Okay, sorry. Okay, I would like to share my screen. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I would like to share this information. Yeah, whereby student can get maximum of credit maximum of 30%, yeah, of credit transfer through FLC. Yeah, so for example, one FLC, a student can apply for FLC for all levels, yeah, of study in MQF. Yeah, so for example, uh, students are doing doctoral degree, yeah, a mixed mode program or coursework program, for example, like DBA, yeah, student can apply for or get a credit transfer up to maximum of 24 credits. Yeah, if the total credit for DBA is 80, so 30% of 80 credits is about 24 credits. So we can see that the student can, any particular student who apply for APELC, they can get up to 24 credits, yeah, of credit transfer or credit award, yeah, via APELC. Yeah. So and then for master's degree, yeah, if let's say the master's program, the total credit is 40, so student can apply or student can get a credit award via APELC up to 12 credits and so on. So for example, bachelor's degree, yeah, the total credit, normally the total credit for bachelor's degree is 120 credits, yeah. So 30% out of 120 is 36 credit. So we can see that a student, yeah, who are undergoing a bachelor degree, they can get a credit award up to 36 credit, yeah, via APELC. So meaning that they just need to do about 84 credits, yeah, another 84 credits, a formal learning, yeah, to complete their study. Yeah, and let's say if the student also have they are from diploma, yeah, from they have a diploma qualification and doing their bachelor degree. So we know that there is a credit transfer uh, a maximum of 30%, yeah, from diploma to degree. So meaning that the student can secure 36 credit from diploma, another 36 credit, yeah, from APELC. So altogether, like student have 72, already secure 72 credits, yeah, from diploma and also from APELC. So which means that the student just need to do like another 54 credits, yeah, to complete their bachelor degree. So we can see that how the duration of study can really be shortened, yeah, via APELC. Yeah, so that's the real benefits, yeah, of APELC, whereby student can do shorten the duration of study, yeah, because the credits are awarded, yeah, based on their prior experiential learning, yeah, through APELC assessment.
Okay, Prof. Titik, am I right to conclude from your discussion just now that APELC is applicable to all levels of study as long as they are done by coursework?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, to all programs, yeah, coursework programs, yeah, they can get the credit award via APELC. So, however, APELC is cannot be applied or not applicable to final year project, to dissertation or project paper. It cannot be credit cannot be awarded, yeah, for these subjects or courses.
Okay, so I'm getting excited because the durations of the study is getting shorter now. But what are the conditions to apply for APELC credit award?
Okay. So the conditions, yeah, for APELC credit award, of course, one, the student has must be a registered student, yeah, to a particular programs, yeah, because we cannot award credit, yeah, for someone who have not registered into the programs. Okay, that's one. And the second one, of course, the student have not registered to the subject yet. Yeah. So meaning that the student have not taken or registered to the subject. So they apply or they apply for the APELC assessment, yeah, before taking the subjects. Those are the two main conditions, yeah, for application for APELC.
Prof. Titik, there's a question from Mr. Ryan. The APELC is prospective or retrospective?
So
Prospective. if I can interpret the question, is it before or after?
Okay. So APELC is before, meaning that as I mentioned just now, yeah, before the student take the subject or before the student register, yeah, for a particular subjects, they have to that's when they can apply for APELC, because once they register, there's no point of applying APELC, because APELC is a credit award. So once a particular student is awarded credit for that particular subject, so they don't need to take that subject then.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
right. So meaning to
So if,
say that before the student registered for that course,
yes,
they must apply for APLC.
correct. Yes.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
not after.
Get all, not after. Not after. They
Okay,
have to go through all the assessment. Yeah. Once they pass the assessment, and therefore they can be awarded the credit. So they don't need to take that subject. They don't need to take that course.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So now the next question is, what are the processes and assessment for APLC credit award?
Okay. Mm, 1 minute. I would like to share. Okay. Sorry. I would like to share this slide. Oops. Okay.
Well, Prof. Titik, in fact, this question is also raised by Miss Lina and Tanya Antina. How to apply for APLC?
Yes. Okay.
Or
Very good.
you have fully entered.
Yes, I'm very happy because there are enthusiast students who like to apply for FLC because they see that it is a good opportunity for them to shorten the duration, and also when the duration of study is shortened, of course, the cost of study will be shortened as well. Sorry, the cost of study, the cost, yeah, the fee that the student have to pay, yeah, will be reduced. Okay, so this is the process, yeah, for application for FLC. So one, of course, yeah, the student has to be a registered student of AEU for any particular program. Yeah, so the student, of course,
uh,
have, yeah.
Prof. Titik, you need to make a bit bigger because we cannot be. It's not
Ah,
so legible.
okay. Is it okay?
Yes. Okay. Getting bigger.
Uh uh uh.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So the process is, first, of course, the student must be a registered student of AEU. Okay, and they have prior relevant work experience, yeah, or prior relevant informal or non-formal learning. Okay, so when we say informal or non-formal learning, so informal learning is basically the short courses that they have attended, yeah, and non-formal learning, of course, any courses, yeah, without any certification, yeah, so they have all these prior experiential learning. Okay, then only they apply for FLC. So how who's the person that they need to contact if they want to apply for FLC? So of course they need to contact the program coordinator. So if any student, yeah, would like to apply for FLC, please consult the APEL, your program coordinator. Okay, so there is a assessment process, self-assessment, okay, registration, and there is a payment of fees. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, there will be the the process of evaluation or process of assessment for FLC. There are two. Student can choose one. Yeah, either challenge test, which means there will be an exam, or it is based on the portfolio, meaning that evidences that student can provide to prove that they achieve the learning outcome specified. Okay, so that's one. And so once they have gone through all the assessment, and of course the student, if the student pass, the student can get the credit award. So I would like to share as well, oops, sorry, I would like to share as well another slide, showing the the process. 1 minute. I think this is clearer.
Because this is also the questions raised by Mr. By Stacy Lim. How to apply and what are the assessment?
Yes.
So I think that you need more clarification on this.
Yes. Can
Okay.
Prof, is
Okay,
my
slightly
slide
bigger,
clear?
Prof. Yeah, slightly bigger.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Oh, okay. It's not at the center. Okay, okay. We can see that.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So this is the process, Of course, it started from the applicants, meaning the student. Student would like to know how to apply for APELC. So that is a starting point. So first, student, please contact your program coordinator. So program coordinator will advise you how to. So first, the inquiry, from the student or the applicants, to the program coordinator. Okay. Next, once student has put their inquiry to the program coordinator, there will be an advisor, appointed to that particular student. So you can imagine there will be a one-to-one advice. So there will be an advisor, appointed to advise a student. So this advisor, the purpose is that to advise the student how to go about, for the APELC credit award process. So there will be an advisor appointed, assigned to a particular student, and student has to do some self-assessment. Okay, so this will be advised by the advisor how to do the self-assessment. Okay, so based on the self-assessment, then the advisor will decide whether the student is eligible or not. So of course, if the student not eligible, then the process will stop. The process will end. But if the student eligible, okay, then only the student will fill in the application form and pay the fees. So I will touch on the fees later. Okay, so now the student have to decide, with the advice from the advisor, the student have to decide on the type of assessment. As I mentioned just now, a student can choose two types of one from the two types of assessment. But of course, with the advice from the advisor, so the student can decide whether to take the challenge test or to take or to to provide, or to come up with a portfolio. So in other words, to give all the evidences, compile all the evidences to prove that to prove that the learning outcome has been achieved. Okay, so student can choose either to take the test, either to take the test or to submit portfolio, meaning that compile all the evidence and submit as a portfolio. Okay, so let's see, if the student select submission of portfolio, so student have to compile all the evidences, to prove that they achieve the learning outcome. So of course, remember just now there is an advisor assigned to a student. So which means that that advisor will help and to advise the student how to compile all these evidences, into a portfolio, so that um, it can be a proof that the student achieve the learning outcome. So see, there will always be someone who is there to advise and to help the students. Yeah. So similarly, if the student decide to take a challenge test, okay, so of course that advisor will advise, if the student take a challenge test, this is what the student have to prepare, in order to take the challenge test. Then only the student, when the student ready, the student will take the challenge test, and of course there will be an assessor grading the challenge test, yeah, and the result will be compiled. So which means that it will be either one, either to take a challenge test, or to compile a portfolio evidences, and the portfolio will be evaluated by an assessor. Okay, so then the results, the results are compiled, either from the portfolio or from the challenge test. So then it will be decided whether the student pass or not. Okay, the condition, to pass the assessment is that student, students should achieve at least 50%, score for all the learning outcomes. So let's say one course there are 3 learning outcomes, so based on the assessment, either from the challenge test or from the portfolio, student must have at least 50% for all the learning outcomes. Okay, so
Okay.
if student pass, then all the process, endorsement of results, there will be credit awards and notification to the candidate, and now the student, when they are uh, awarded the credits, so they are exempted, from taking the course, but which means that they are secured or awarded with the credit, so they don't need to take the course, because based on the assessment, it proved that the student have already achieved, the learning outcomes.
Prof, there are three viewers who uh, are asking about the process. Let's go back to the process. If I can recall what you have mentioned, the applicants must indicate before sitting for the course, before enrolling for the course. Okay,
Correct.
is that all right? And
Yes.
there will be an advisor to guide the students in what to do.
Correct.
And
Right.
there are two types of was that exemption. I mean,
Mhm.
two types of one is from challenge test, and the
Mhm.
other by portfolio.
Correct. Either one.
Okay, either one. Huh? All
Mm-mm.
right. So the question raised is that by Stacey Lim to
Mhm.
say then the cost fees could be refunded for the said subject. I think that one is with the notion that the student have paid the cost. I think this is not applicable, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
by right, the student should apply first,
Yeah.
apply for APEL, then only
Mm.
sit for the course. I mean, if rejected, then he has to sit for the course. So, which means to say that Miss Stacey Lim, the question, then the cost fees can be refunded. There's no issue of refunding here, I think.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because student did not register. student did not register for the course yet. So they don't pay any course fee.
Yeah.
Student don't pay any course fee yet.
And then
So
the other question is, how long do the student need to wait to get the results of APELC?
oh, okay. We have a timeline. I think, if I'm not mistaken, from the student apply for the FLC until getting the results, I think it is not more than 1 month. Not more
Prof,
than 1 month.
I believe that one is easier to be done. It's, I mean, easier done for the challenge test. But I think the portfolio processes, it also depends on the completeness of the documents in the portfolio.
Correct.
If the portfolio is incomplete, then the onus will be on the student, not so much as our fault in not providing them
Assessor.
yeah. So this in the first place, the student must provide the complete documents in the portfolio to get, I mean, to expedite the process of the granting of APELC.
Correct. Yeah. So which
Okay.
means that, remember just now we already we assigned an advisor. Yeah. So the advisor would help or would advise the student, how to prepare the portfolio sufficiently, in order to prove that the student achieved the learning outcome. So I would advise I would advise the student, please follow the advice from the advisor, because the advisor is the subject matter expert. Yeah, when we assign an advisor, the advisor is the subject matter expert related to the subject that the student apply for the APELC. So which means that the advisor would know, okay, if you want to prove that you achieve the learning outcome, these are the things that you have to provide for this learning outcome. Yeah, for example, learning outcome 1, what are the evidences that you have to provide in the portfolio? For the second learning outcome, what are the evidences that you have to provide? Yeah, as an evidence that you achieve the learning outcome, and then for the following learning outcome as well. So please follow the advice of the advisor, because the advisor
Okay.
is a subject matter expert. Yep.
Yeah. Can I also add that if the candidate wants to have the exemption, he or she must anticipate much earlier before taking up the course.
Yes, yes.
Before taking,
So
yeah.
correct. So
Okay.
let's say let's say the student plan to take the subject next semester. So this semester, early of this semester, the student should have think or should have planned, to apply for FLC for that particular subject. So which means that students should know their program structure. So what subject will be offered in the following semester, or what are the subject offered throughout the program. So let's say they are in the second semester. Okay, so they know what are the subjects to be offered in the third or in the fourth semester. So they plan, to apply for FLC for the subject of the following semester, not this semester.
Okay. There's one question raised by Muhammad. I can't see that Muhammad asking whether when can they apply.
Mm. So
Muhammad. Uh, okay. Can it be any time and any subject? Muhammad Kaider.
yeah, okay. As I mentioned just now, you can apply anytime, but as long as you don't register for the subject. So that's why you have to look at your the program structure. So let's say that subject to be offered next semester or even the following semester. Yeah, you apply now. You apply before that subject being offered. That will be easy. That will be the safe timeline. Any subjects? Of course, any subject, except final year project or project paper or dissertation.
And
The rest,
also,
ah,
Prof. Titik, just now when you mentioned it should not exceed 30%, right?
yes.
Ah, ah.
It
So, or
should
the
not exceed
cumulatively,
30%.
you can take any subject, but cumulatively cannot exceed 30%.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
If a bachelor program, not more than total of 36 credits. If master's program, not more than 12 credits. Yes.
Okay. So, any more, Prof, that you would like to add? Because I'm sorry to have interrupted you.
It's okay. There are other questions here. Okay, course refund, I've answered. Type of assessment also, how to apply also I've answered. Okay, there's one question from Steven here, I think. Okay,
Oh,
can we
okay.
accept non-master holders for PhD under APELC entry?
Okay. Do you want me
Okay,
to answer that?
yeah, I think Prof. Siow.
Okay. Sorry, the MQA or the Malaysian Qualification Agencies do not allow APEL's C entry from no. Can I read that again?
Entry
Can we
is for
accept
A.
non-master holders
Mm.
under APEL C? So how this?
Because,
This by the way, Mr. Stephen, you we cannot use APEL C for entry. We have to use APEL A for entry.
correct.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
For whatever course it is. For
yeah.
admission A, you have to use APEL C. Sorry, APEL A.
APEL A. APEL A.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
For every program. Okay.
Correct.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. The any question? Okay. The question from Ceci Lim. Oh, wow. She's very interested in your the talk, Prof. Titik.
Yeah, yeah, Selim. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Selim.
You want me to read
Selim,
the question?
yeah, I just wonder, Selim, you are from which program? If Selim can answer later.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe
The,
Selim
que- the
can Selim, if Selim can tell me you're from which program and you're so interested, so I can inform the school to be prepared that you're going to take APELC. You're going to apply for APELC.
okay. The question is.
Am I right? Okay.
Uh, the
Yeah,
question is test is MCQ or essay or mix?
yeah.
Can-
Okay.
Okay.
True, Prof. The test can be MC. Can normally since it is a master's program, yeah. Normally it is essay lah. For master's program
Hmm.
because it is master's level kan. It is a master's level, so very seldom we have MCQ for master's level. If we have MCQ, not many, but it mixed with essay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long will we receive the results? I think you have already addressed that.
Mm,
Roughly about a month.
a month, yes. That's our
Yes.
target, inshallah. Yes.
Uh, and if we didn't pass or don't pass, can we retake the FLC?
Okay. Um. All right. Okay. Right. That's if I'm showing here on the process flow. Okay. If student fail, the no here, yeah. If student fail, student can appeal. Okay. There is no retake, but there is an appeal. Okay. So what is appeal? If student decide to appeal, student didn't retake the test or resubmit the portfolio, yeah. What we do, we appoint another examiner or another assessor to assess your answer, your challenge test answer, or to assess your portfolio. Yeah, so it's just like remarking. Basically, it is a remarking of the answer that you have give for the challenge test or the portfolio. Okay, so there is no retake. There is no retake. It's just appeal.
She's also interested to know how much we have to take the subject? How much she has to pay?
Okay. Okay, I'm going to show the fee. I'm going to show the fee now. Okay, it's here. Okay. Okay. This is the fee. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is the fee. Right. So this is the fee. Let's say for diploma level, yeah, and under the diploma level or bachelor level, yeah, there are two kind of fees. One is the application processing fee for the assessment. For local student, yeah, we charge 200 Malaysian ringgit. Yeah. For international student, we charge 130 USD. Okay. For credit award fee, we charge 200 ringgit. For international student, 130 USD. So the total fee is actually 400 ringgit for Malaysian, yeah, for local student, and 260 USD for international student. Yeah. However, the processing fee for assessment is non-refundable, but the credit award fee is refundable. So let's say, for example, let's say you pay a bachelor degree student pay 400. Yeah, let's say if the student fail the APELC assessment, they will be refunded the 200. But we cannot refund the 200 for the processing fee because we have to pay, yeah, the advisor, the assessor. So we have to pay for all those, yeah. So we cannot refund that, yeah. But if the student fail, we will refund the credit award fee. So that is for the bachelor level. Yeah. For masters or doctoral level, yeah. The application and processing fee is 200. The credit award fee 200 Malaysian ringgit for local student, and the credit award fee is 500 for local student. But for international student, the application processing fee is 130 USD, and the credit award fee is 180 USD. Yeah, so total of 700 ringgit for Malaysian student or local student, or 310 USD for international student. Yeah, however, the credit award fee is refundable if the student fail the APELC assessment. So you can see, if you compare the cost per subject that you have to pay, if you undergo the course, yeah, if you register for the subject and so on for 3 credits, yeah, is more than what you have to pay if you apply if you get the credit award via APELC.
Wow, very good. That is
Ah,
winning saving two costs. One is the cost fee and also the time. Now,
yeah.
so Prof, there's
Yes.
a question there. What if the student have paid fully from the EPF? I think the same candidate has applied. I
Yeah.
can't see the question now.
Okay.
Uh,
I remember the question.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, yes, let's say you have paid the full fee, yeah, for the program from EPF, and then you get the credit award via APELC. So of course, the excess of the fee that you have paid will be refunded to you by the finance. You can always contact our finance office, yeah, to get the excess paid fee to be refunded back to you.
Prof,
Mm-hmm.
this information that you have put on the slides, can that be available also in the portal?
Yeah, yeah,
Of,
yeah, yeah. All the information that I provide, actually, you can get from APELC page. If you go to the university website, yeah, so of course student can go to the university website, click APEL. There's a link to APEL, and then there's all the information about APEL A, APEL C, the brochures, um the APEL C brochures, the policy handbook, everything you can download from there. You can read. Yes. And also you can there's also information, yeah, if you want to know more, you can also contact APEL unit, yeah, APEL unit.
this question from Felicia, how much time are we given to complete the test and portfolio? I think the second question, second part, I can answer for you, Prof.
Mm-mm.
For the portfolio, it's up to the student to complete the portfolio, the information of portfolio, because it's not time based.
Correct.
But for the test, yes, the test is time based. So how
Correct.
much time are we given to complete the test? I think it's dependent on the level, Prof, isn't it?
Correct. For the test, I think once the student are ready, once students are ready to take the test, yeah, so it is the student can take the test, and the examiner will take like a few days to grade the test, and the student can get the result. But of course, the um the the how to say, the approval of the endorsement, yeah, the endorsement of the credit award, yeah, is by SNET. So this is a credit award, so we have to present it at SNET. It is a net level, so it is official. So that may take 1 or 2 weeks, yeah, to get endorsement, yeah, from SNET. So it is
Prof,
it is shown here.
I prepared questions for you, but the students are already asked all the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so so any more queries from the audience on
uh, I would like to share where can they get the information. Yeah, I would like to share our website. Can, Prof?
yeah.
Uh, oh, sorry. Eh, 1 minute. Sorry. Uh, can I? I'm not sure
Uh,
whether I can. I'm not sure whether. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh,
Someone is
sorry.
also asking to provide
I
a
can't.
link for the banner. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I can't get access to the website now. I can't show the
Okay,
website.
never mind. We move to
Uh,
the other questions by
mm-mm,
ABLKK. He wants to just put initials only. Am
mm-mm.
I qualified for the assessment? What will be successful rate of getting credit awards? And so far, what is the successful rate for those who have already taken the assessment? I think if I can just share with you a bit, it is the philosophy of the university not to compromise with standards, Prof. So can
Yes.
you answer this question?
Yes, true. If you remember just now when I showed oops, sorry. When I showed the flow chart, Okay. When I show the yeah, this is the flow chart. The first part is self-assessment. Okay. So in order to know whether a particular student is eligible or not, yeah, for the APELC um, APELC assessment, yeah, the student have to do a self-assessment. Okay, so this self-assessment, um, alright. Oops. The self-assessment, there are some
Prof,
questions.
is too a bit too small that to see. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Let me stop sharing this. So just how the student wants to know, how is the self-assessment, right? So I would like to share this, Prof. Uh, I would like to share this because all this information actually there. If you go to the if you go to the APELC website, yeah, which you can get the link from going to AEU website. There is a link to APEL, so you can get this information actually from APELC policy. Okay, so first student have to assess themselves. Yeah, can you see this, Prof?
Okay. Yes.
Make
But I
it
need.
this.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So this is the form. Yeah, this is the form of self-assessment for learners, yeah, whereby a student need to fill in their particulars, of course, and what we mean by self-assessment exercise is that the student will self-assess themselves, yeah, against the learning outcome. Okay, so which means that let's say a student would like to get credit award via APELC for a particular subject. For example, let's say that subject is um, cyber security, for example. Yeah, I give example for one of the subject uh, in masters in ICT management. Okay, so the student need to know what are the learning outcomes, what are the course learning outcome for that particular course. Okay, so the information of the learning outcome for that particular course actually can be obtained from the program brochure, or you can, as I mentioned just now, you can contact your program coordinator, yeah, informing them that you wish to apply for APELC to a particular course, let's say course A. So you want to know what are the learning outcome for course A. So you look at all the learning outcome, you fill in the learning outcomes, and you self-assess yourself, meaning that you ask, I have learned through my former studies or working area and can provide evidence, paper evidence, documents or certificate. So if you think that you can provide, yes, tick. So you know most of the learning outcome, about the learning outcome, but you have no evidence. Okay, so you assess yourself. Okay, whether you have sufficient knowledge, or sufficient evidence or not to prove that you you have the knowledge or you have the learning experience against the particular outcome. So this is the template that the self-assessment, yeah, as asked by uh,
ABLKK.
APLKK. Yes, APLKK. So all this information, yeah, the forms, yeah, what you need to fill
All
in,
right.
all
So,
you can get
uh,
from the link. Yes.
so it is very Prof. That means to
Yeah.
say that it is but important to keep all the courses that you have attended before
Mm,
to and keep it safely so that you can use these documents or evidence to provide for exemption or APEL C. Huh?
correct.
So
Not only, yeah, not only courses, Prof, but their working experience Okay, so let's say they have evidence saying that they are involved in a particular project, they are managing a certain particular projects that is related. Let's say they do something on um, uh, uh,
Human
uh,
resource, for example,
yeah,
human
human resource.
resource.
Mm.
Then he is the human resource. He or she is the human resource director or something like that, or
Or
manager.
personnel,
Uh,
human resource manager personnel in a particular
uh,
company. So he or she can explain. So what kind of work that she has involved in terms of managing the human resource of the company that's related to this to the particular subject. Mm-mm.
uh, so that means to say the time that he or she has hold the appointment
Mm.
must also be specified lah, and also the job description.
Correct. Yes. Yes, Prof.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, well, we have roughly about 5 minutes to wind up the webinar. So,
Mm.
any further, if I can recall what you have said, Prof.
Yes.
There are two types of APEL. One is
Yeah.
APEL A for admission, and
Mm-mm.
then APEL-C for course. So one of the participants have asked me the wrong question, where the
Mm.
admission side he has tried to use APEL-C, which is not pertinent to that. Then
Mm-mm.
for APEL-C for the course, if I could conclude or summarize, that they must anticipate to do it before taking the course, before
Correct.
taking the course. That means
Mm.
they cannot take that course and then apply for APEL-C, which is already retrospective. What the other participant has been mentioning.
Mm-mm.
So there are two types of assessment. One is through the portfolio. The other one
Mm-mm.
is challenge test.
Correct.
Okay, challenge test. So the portfolio is to show all evidences of the documents and so on, and then
Mm.
whereas the challenge test is to see the prescribed test,
Mm.
uh, and basically all of them, whether regardless whether portfolio or that challenge test, must satisfy the course learning objectives. That's the CLO.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay,
concerning outcomes. Yes.
and AEU is has provided advisors to advise the student
Mm.
to how in terms of process, and also, but somehow you also mentioned, Prof, that the student themselves have to assess the eligibility or whether they are eligible or not. Huh?
Correct.
So the self test or self assessment is also equally important, because uh, that will facilitate us to measure whether eligible or not. Otherwise, we are wasting a lot of time. And the time frame, especially for the challenge test, will be about 1 month to get the results. And at the same
Mm-mm.
time, Prof, you also mentioned that the applicants must also pay certain amount of fees,
Mm.
judging from the level, and also upon granting the certificate, they also have to pay the fees. So if I can summarize all that,
Mm-mm.
so anything else that we have missed, or the uh, viewers would like to ask us, and I can also and Prof, you also mentioned that all your information that we have mentioned just now is also found in our website.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Yes, correct. All the information, students can get from AEU website. There's a link on APEL, and all the information that I give just now can be obtained from there. Yes, and of course, um, student has to make the first move. Yeah, so if they are interested, please contact first your program coordinators, and then from there, program coordinators can advise. I mean, what to proceed. Yeah, so if students are interested, Okay, then at the school level, we will immediately identify the advisor to help the students. Oh,
Okay.
there's one more question, Prof.
Okay, what is
The last question before we end. Okay,
all right.
is for DBA, beside the assessment and portfolio, is there any requirement? For the assessment, no Fazila, Yusuf, the assessment is either one, either test or portfolio. That's it, no other requirement.
Okay, no further. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to more or less the end of the webinar session. As I can see, we started with graduate early with APELC. Now I have one more uh, advantage to add, Prof. Titik. Not only
Yes.
graduate, not only early graduation, but also cost saving.
Definitely.
Cost saving. So you also will save the cost in if you were to take the real cost. I mean the real. There are two words: cost, COST and CORSE. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So the cost saving, COST.
Yeah. Cost
Uh,
saving. Yes.
cost
Definitely,
saving.
the total cost for the study will be lessened. Yes.
Not only that, Prof, you also mentioned that the APEL-C assessment is cheaper than the cost, the subject cost. Oh yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So with that, I would like to thank my Prof Tite for enlightening us on APEL-C
Thank
and
you.
the advantages of having APEL-C, and
Correct.
also she has dwelled in to all the levels of study that can be applied, which I think is for all, except
Finally,
the final part, the project paper, the thesis, the dissertation, and so on. And the conditions to apply this, one of the most important criteria is before you sit for the course.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
the processes is that there will be self-assessment, someone, the advisor to guide the applicants, and then you either have the option of taking the challenge test or the portfolio. And
Correct.
for the portfolio, the timeline is based on the completeness of the documents that you have given, and
Correct.
the challenge test will be about a month after sitting the exam.
Correct.
And there will be fees for APEL-C. The fees will also be based on the level of the programs. And finally, to contact the APEL-C application will be we have a common site as well as the advisor, right, Prof?
Yes.
Okay, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time
Thank
and
you.
your participation for this APLC. And I would like to say, stay safe and also uh, uh, stay with us. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Yes. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you, Prof.
everyone. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for listening.